Yay.
Bigfoot call or factor or fart, you make the call. Welcome everybody to Bigfoot Entertainment Monthly. That's right. That's where we watch movies and talk about them for your pleasure, for your viewing pleasure. That's right. We watch the crappy movies so you don't have to. This week's up, Journey to the Forbidden Valley. That's right. I am one of the hosts of this, the Reverend Jeff Kelly, and I'm here with my old pal and your old pal, Wes. Mr. Wes Losner. Hello there, sir.
Top of the morning to you.
Cowabunga from down under. Yeah. Oi. Yeah. So the journey to the Forbidden Valley on Amazon Prime.
I liked it.
Yeah. You know, this one was I likened it a lot to the Meg with what's his face? Friggin' blockchain transporter guy. That guy. You know, you had to read half the movie, but it was still, entertaining enough that you didn't want to choke the actors and kill everybody.
I liked it. It was just, a Bigfoot, or in this case, a Yeren.
Yeah,
Yeren.
Yeah. I mean, the whole premise of the airplane crash has been done. I don't know how many friggin' times in a Bigfoot movie, but
well, how are you gonna get some people like that out in the middle of the woods to?
And you could see that the anti-love interest was going to be a clown act from nearly the very beginning of the movie. Although the guy does surprise me later on down the line because I knew he was a sleazebag. But yeah, this was I likened it a lot to the Meg. There was a decent cast. The suit was great. It's got a fantastic Bigfoot suit. It really does. The jaw moves, the face emotes, the eyes are able to be seen. They don't have to hide it in every friggin' blurry, dark, shadowy spot to make it look like it's better than it is. The guy that they had playing the Yeren was freaking gigantic. I mean, that dude was big. Compared to the little Chinese guys that were in the movie, probably not. But on film, he really looked broad and big. The suit. I had no complaints.
No.
None. I don't think I could say I wish they'd have done this for that suit. Really, I other than the color might have been a little too gingerish. They might have toned that down to a little bit of a more brownish red than actual ginger red. But that's what the Yerens are reported as. They're reported as very much like orangutan orange. So, I'm sure that's what they were going with. But yeah, this was all written by Chinese people. This was all directed by Chinese people. Let me sing you the song of my people in the middle of your show, jackass. So we get introduced to the beginning of the beginning of the movie, to the little boy, and he's of upper class bringing, even though daddy is somebody who wears a hard hat. They're not living in the slums of some Chinese village growing rice, so they're obviously in the upper class of Chinese life. If you don't know about China, it's a huge class society that keeps poor people poor and keeps rich people rich, and that's just the way it's been for centuries. But the little bastard has absolutely no respect for the chick who's supposed to be looking out for him, his teacher. When they first get to the airport, he leaves her with all the bags, and she's like, a little help here, and he stuffs his bag on top of her shit. Dude, your shit would have been out there in the friggin' limo, bro. That's where your stuff would have been. I'm a teacher. I'm not your gopher. Yeah, you're going to drag your own shit around, pal. Oh, by the way, this show is not for people under the age of 13. If you're under the age of 13, go ask your parents permission to watch the show. If they tell you yes, you have horrible parents. Sorry.
And they both got herpes.
That's right. Oh my God. The clap is everywhere. 25% of dating females of America have the clap.
I don't
right now. 21 in 4. That's just ew. Anyhow, back to why we don't go outside anywhere. We stay inside and watch Bigfoot movies like Journey to the Forbidden Valley. I didn't really catch where they were going and why they were on this semi-private plane.
Oh, they were.
He was going to his new house, whatever that.
Yeah, and they were gonna meet up with the dad after because he had to take care of business or something.
Well, cause daddy a businessman, him can just run off every time little bastard need him. Mama's dead, so we hire people to take care of you, little bastard. The blonde looked familiar. I can't place her, but she looked very familiar from something else recently, and I'm having. I looked up the name and it doesn't match anything, but I've seen her in something recently that was. Oh no, you know who she reminds me of? That's exactly what it is. The old movie from the late '80s, early '90s, Summer School. There was the blonde chick that was in that, almost identical to that chick. That's what's got me. Never mind. Okay, so I digress. Back to Journey into the Forbidden Valley and my terrible childhood. Of course. So lightning storm, most horrible plane crash ever. Well, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the special effects in the plane crash really could have left a lot to be desired. Yeah, it was. Yeah, like, oh, look, it's on fire, sort of. Let's shine some yellow light on this guy's face and make it look like the plane's on fire, and then we'll, and then the plane goes down and crashes, of course, and then a fire starts. What was really interesting when Environmental Boy came in there to put the fire out?
Yeah.
As soon as they cut that scene and come back out of the fuselage, the fire extinguisher that he used to put the fire out is still on the front of the fuselage. It's still strapped there. I mean, it's just like, oh, okay, I guess we made edited those a little out of sequence. But yeah, I mean, stay with the plane. You always stay with the plane. You never go wandering off into Chinese villages. That's just dumb. Yeah, there might be a Chinese village over that hill, but it might be 100 miles away, and there might be a giant ravine that your dumbass is going to fall into that you didn't see. So stay with the plane. Build a big ass fire. If they haven't found you in 3 days, they'll find that 5-acre fire. I promise you. They have people out there paid to look for the fires. They might not be looking for you, but they're looking for them 5-acre fires. Trust me. What was your first yeah.
What are you saying, Reed?
What were your first feelings about the movie there, champ?
Oh, I don't know. I liked how they set it up. You knew that one hunter dude was going to be going over there hunting because of the scene where he's cutting a deal with, like, how much you going to pay me if I catch this Yaren, So they're setting up that part, so it's going to intertwine with the airplane story at some point.
Yeah, that was pretty slick. I was like, oh, them bad guys. Like, them bad guys, him got illegal pelts. Them bad guy. Him got ivory. Them's bad guy. Why is it always like the bad white Australian hunter, though? Like in any of the Chinese movies that you watch that are like this, it's always some white guy from Australia that's the bad guy. The big Australian big game hunter. Bad guy.
Usually what's coming in there spending the money wanting to do that crazy shit. But yeah, and when they crashed you, that's when you hear the Yaren or whatever again, and then you don't see the boy because I don't think you see him get taken.
You see the boy gets out of they drag the boy out of the plane, they put him up by a tree, he goes back in to help the other people. And that's when the fire starts. You see the Yaren come over and kind of hunch over him, and then the boy disappears with the Yaren.
Yeah, that's right. And then he wakes up with like that booger Band-Aid or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, these are known herbs. How the hell would you know that? I mean, seriously. I mean, you're teaching the kid English, but how would you know about Chinese herbs in the mountains of Hunan, Forbidden Valley?
It's just they want to explain why the Yaren did that.
The old Fu Manchu guy was great. I mean, he was like, Pai Mei from friggin' Kill Bill. That the wise old gray-haired guy. Oh, I tell you about Yaren. Yaren is he protects
the old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the little kid was he was down to believe the Yaren from the very beginning, and everybody's like, no, there's no such thing as the Yaren. You're just, being silly. And the old man's like, oh, I don't know. My mind is old, feeble. I don't remember anymore. The scenes, I can't tell where it was filmed. It was like the great big scenes that you see where they're up in the high mountains and stuff literally look like stock footage. Yeah. And then the next scene you cut around the corner looked like it was, out behind friggin' the Home Depot there in Texas, where they filmed the Rib Eater Sasquatch. Their location scouts had a real hard time making it look like, giant high-reaching provinces of wherever they were supposed to be. But boy, that Yaren took it, man. The dude stabbed him in the back with the stick.
Yeah.
And got shot twice.
Yeah.
And dude, what was up with the tranquilizer guns that so they decide that they're going to capture this Yaren alive for $2 million. $2 million. They gather up a little expedition force and they talk to the last guy that sees him. He's going to lead them, for some money of his own, and they're going to go find the live Yaren. And of course, what happens in the middle of it? But they run into each other.
Yeah, well, because the kid was getting chased by that boar.
Oh, dude, that thing is evil.
And then the hunter. Oh, but wait, man! Before that even happened, when the Yaren saved the chick and the kid and fought a bear.
Yeah, chased the bear off. That's right. Neck. Yeah.
There was some cool stuff in it. Like, I mean, you got the whole kid being friends with it kind of part to it, which makes it kind of Disney and shit. But
right, the incredible journey.
But there were still good scenes in it.
Oh, there were a lot, and the action scenes with the Bigfoot, with the Yaren, were the coolest part of it because they could actually show the suit. It looked good on camera. The guy in the suit got kind of the idea of how to act like a non-human ape. I mean, the eyes. I wish they could have done something with some contacts with the eyes instead of giving them human eyes. But that was the thing, was he was stuck somewhere between human and ape. That's what their belief is in that Yaren type thing. But the action scenes with the Yaren were slick. There were some slip ups, like when he was climbing up the rocks really, really fast. You could see that he had on climbing boots and there was a harness around his waist. I'm sure their special effects editors probably didn't have the budget they would have liked to have had, to be able to edit out. I mean, they did get the ropes edited out. At least that was good, but you could see that there was a harness, on the suit, and that the dude was wearing actual climbing boots when he was hauling ass up the rocks. But it was still neat that suit was able to take that type of thing, because we've talked to guys like Doug, who make these kind of suits, to tell you if they last through a whole production, you're actually really, really lucky. A lot of times by the time you film like the absolute worst stuff that suit's going to go through first, and hope that it holds up enough to do light stuff at the end of the movie without, having to remake stuff. Hopefully you can patch it together enough that there's enough to film the crappy stuff that you didn't need from the beginning. Hey, why don't we take a short break here, since it is, already into it, and let's say hello to the people who is in the live hangout chat with us tonight. Well, look there's Mr. Shane Barber. He's in the house with us tonight.
Shane.
Ms. Bella Allegria, hello there. We are glad that you have joined us as well. Reverend Tim McCune is in the house with us. Hello, Reverend. Taylor Harkins is in the house. Well, we
Mr.
are
Harkins.
Glad you are here. There's Aaron and Mary Duncan. They're checking in with us. Dude, they are some of the most hardcore camping people you would ever be out in the woods with, man. No joke. Those people can hack it.
Hardcore Duncans.
The hardcore Duncans, that's right. Paul E. Fields. Hello there, Paul. Well, you're new and we're not. Been here for like 8 or 9 seasons now. Welcome aboard. It gets crazy around here sometimes. Hello, Mr. Don Reif, the Viking.
Mr. Reif.
That's right.
Hello,
Mr. Reif. Moving on down the list here a little bit. See who else is in the house. Did I say hello to Maria Allegria? If I did this, of course I did this.
Hello.
Hello again. Obsidian Radio is in the house.
Obsidian.
Hello, Obsidian Radio. Let's see. There is the Rod Dupree. Reverend Dupree is in the house.
Place to be.
That's right, Reverend
Reverend.
Dean Cooper's in the house. Hello, Reverend. Your Hobo Man 5. Hello, Mr. Your Hobo Man.
Oh, Gesundheit.
Yeah, it does go in tight. Hello there again. How you doing, buddy? Glad you are with us. The SoCal Forest Ninjas. Hey, y'all. Watch this.
Hi, ninjas.
Titan Glass 88. Hello, Titan Glass 88.
Oh, Glass Titan.
Jeremy Crotio. Hello there, Jeremy. The Life and Times of JCM. Jevin. Hey, Jevin. David Lee is in the house as well. Hello, President Mr. Jevin Lee, as well as Mr. Don Rife. I said hello already to Donnie Boy. So
hello again, Mr.
There
so
we go.
Again, Mr.
Down the screens. All right, so that's who's hanging out with us. If you want to hear your name on the air, just say hi to us in any of the live broadcasts, and we try to get to everybody. I do say try.
Sometimes and we try to get to everybody.
If Mr. Fang 333333 didn't say hi, I'm pretty sure he's in there and to say hello to my son Sean and Connor, and then in the craziness.
Sean Connor.
No, but they're different people, not Sean Connery. Although that was kind of funny when we were kids, but that's a story for another time. Sean Connery. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to the journey to the Forbidden Valley. That's right.
So the little whippersnapper's getting chased by a pig.
Longest title yet. That's right. So the little whippersnapper runs off on his own, and sure enough, he gets in trouble. And who saves him? The bad guy. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, he shoots the shit out of that hog, and it dies right there. But you know, my favorite part of that whole scene is the local Chinese guy. He's like, who hungry? Who hungry? I got. He's already cutting the pig up. Who hungry? I got a fire started. I got the pig roasting. You want crackle? I make crackle. Find some oil. We make pig fat oil. Make crackle. It's all good. No way. Crackle. I can't remember. Yeah, that's horribly. I'm sure my Chinese accent is horribly racist, but whatever. I don't even try anymore at this point. It is what it is. Kevin K208 checked in as well. Hello there, Kevin K208 from the Twin Falls area. All right, yeah. So the little kid's running away. He gets the friggin' chased by the pig. We thought it was the Yaren gonna eat him, but. What's funny?
Think that they're getting saved, but they're really
as much like in Australia, where the kangaroo. They kept asking all the natives, what's that funny bouncing creature out there? What is that? And they kept saying kangaroo, and they're like, oh, that's a kangaroo, and they're like, yeah, kangaroo. And they're like, no, what a kangaroo actually means is I don't understand. So everybody's running around. Look, it's kangaroo. What? The Yaren and Yeti kind of mean both the same thing in their languages. They basically mean, hey, look. Yeah. That's basically Yaren means look there. Is literally what Yaren actually means. It doesn't. It's not the description or the name of a creature or anything. It's just like, hey, Whitey, hey, look there. There's a monkey man. Oh, look there. We don't know what it's called. Shit. It just eats our friggin' chickens. It kills all the friggin' eggs. But look there, Yaren. That was what that guy that fucks bears said on that Chinese show that he did about the Yaren. We heard it somewhere on the internet. That guy that does those documentaries on TV.
Is that guy still messing with those bears?
I have it. I've heard it on the internet somewhere, so it must be true.
One of those bears alone.
But yeah, now all of a sudden we're mixed up together with the team that wants to trap and take the Yaren for money, and these people that are just crashed on their mountain and trying to get the hell out of there. Now the Yaren, of course, is trying to protect those people from getting off of the mountain, but his protecting them getting off of the mountain is going to lead him into some boo stuff coming ahead.
I really like that scene too, where the business guy and the interpreter teacher chick. They're sitting next to each other, and he's all, "Okay, start laughing and smiling
Yes,
when I
yes,
say
yes.
what I'm about to tell you." And you find out that he's like, "Yeah, they're gonna kill us," and
He's like, yeah, they're
he's
gonna
like,
kill
"I
us.
speak Chinese."
It's a good plan to not let people know that I speak Chinese when in China trying to do business with people who speak Chinese. And he's right. He's absolutely right. I wouldn't have revealed that I spoke Chinese until I absolutely had to. Um, but yeah, that was crazy. So the Aaron comes in to try and save everybody and gets darted. Now, what do you dart a Aaron with? And how much of it do you use? You know, I mean, that thing looked like it was 300 plus pounds, wouldn't you say? I
Yeah,
mean,
what would you take a gorilla down with?
right, you know, and how long is it going to keep him out? And those ropes that they tied it up with, bro, I was like, dude, that's like laundry rope, man.
Yeah, I would think they too, because they were carrying that thing over their shoulders and shit, like on that
Well, there were 6 people,
journey.
300 pounds, and divided by 6 people plus a 20-pound carrier, you know, they were each carrying 50 pounds.
Yeah, but there wasn't 6 people. There was just 4 people carrying that shit.
I thought there was 3 on each side, but I could, you know, could be wrong. Who knows? Yeah, dude, you know, but how good of an idea is it to loosen the ropes on something that's all drugged up?
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, when I was a kid, we had an apple orchard on the backside of the farm, and they used to just take the apples and plow them down into the gully at the end of the season. You know, the ones that were bad had worms in them or whatever, didn't get used for cider, just left over, got pushed out in the gully until one year a family of bears came down and ate all those fermented apples and became drunk assholes for a month. So now all those apples get scooped up in the buckets and actually ground up and given to the pigs to eat instead, because we don't want drunk asshole bears around. How good of an idea is it to untie the drugged up Garen, who's already mad at the humans that shot him with the drugs?
Right. After being stabbed in the back too.
Exactly. Oh, and the little kid.
Like, how many times have I tried saving you guys? I fought a bear for you, you fucking kid. Poor freaking Aaron. I felt for him the whole time.
Yeah. And here's our weekly. Okay, Google. How good of an idea is it to untie a captive Aaron?
Yeah.
Now everybody's Android phones will be looking up how good of an idea it is to untie a captive Aaron. See. Frank G is in the house. He stepped in a little late. Hello there as well. Well, I said hello to Shawnee, but he's there. My man Sean. All right, so yeah, we got bad guys, we got good guys. The bad guys have now tied up the good guys, and they're using the little kid as bait. Dun, dun, dun. And they kept dangling the old man's life out there in front of the little kid.
You want the old man to die?
You want the old man to live, don't you? Well, the quicker we get this year, and the quicker he gets some health care. It's like, dude, what a dick. You know, I mean, how old was that kid? 7, 8? You know, maybe 9 years old. He wasn't much older than that. Dick. Oh, it's absolutely mean to be friggin' dangling that old man's life. But at least the kid found some compassion and some respect for people and things. You know, it was kind of one of those. He was a little douchebag. Absolutely. Open your book to chapter 6, Jimmy. I don't wanna. I don't care about that. Open your damn book to chapter 6, or I'm gonna hit you with the book, you little shit. It's the only thing you know. Who's pregnant? Frank G's not pregnant. That's crazy. Although the new healthcare system is going to allow for that. Apparently, you don't have to have a cervix to have an abortion anymore. I'm sorry. It's weird. Speaking of abortions, let's get back to this movie. I'm just in a weird place right now. Oh my God. Yeah, so the guy knows that they're going to kill him. He tells the girl that they're going to kill him. They tie him up like they're going to kill him. But then nobody kills him. It's like, well,
then he tries to attack that one guy and just totally fucking swings way early and gets laid out.
That was like the worst planned attack ever.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I would
guy had
have
a whole bunch of moments where he had the moment to be the brave guy, and he just fudged them all up, just completely.
every single time, except for when he stuck the Yaren. You know, he did get him away from the Yaren with the stick, with the sharpened stick, because the
Yeah,
Yaren can't get
but I
out.
mean, look at how he ran towards it. You know.
You know, I don't, I don't know where all it's going with this. It got kind of long in the middle there. It was just like, okay, where are we going with this? Now all of a sudden the police are showing up with the kid's dad, and they
Yeah.
found
Like who does that? No one
right,
brings the parents on the investigation. Like
unless
that.
it's Jurassic Park 3.
What?
Unless
Oh
it's
yeah,
Jurassic Park 3, you know, the parents, you know, go to the island to look for their
yeah,
kid. Yeah, you know, but still, yeah. How does the dad convince the police? I'm going with you.
yeah.
Okay, Mister, sure thing. Stay your dumb ass in town. What the hell do you know? And of course, it was one of those situations where the police could not be shown in a bad light in any circumstance. Did you notice that? Like everything the police did, the police always came out on top. The police didn't get punched. The one cop got attacked, but then, oh, he, you know, threw him with a judo chop or something. The next thing you know, he was on his face getting handcuffed. You know, the cops always won because, you know, law and order and control always has to be on top in these Chinese movies. It's just one of those themes that I noticed overall in this was the obey, the whole, the almost they live feel to some of it. Outside of the funness of the Aaron. I felt it there. It was just, it was like, it was,
Catch all that.
yeah, it was weird. It was kind of an overbearing thing for me. I noticed it like several times in the movie where it's like, oh, you can definitely tell that this is a Chinese themed movie for Chinese people. It definitely wasn't for white people. I mean, well, I'm not saying that it's not for white people or Americans. Let's look that way. Because I don't even know what white people are, but you know, it definitely wasn't really designed for Americans. It was definitely designed to be watched in, you know, Chinese households and you know, Chinese movies houses. But overall, it was great. I enjoyed it. You know, I'm not a big fan of having to read half the movie, but you know, I'm still giving it 4 out of 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
5 stars. I enjoyed everything. I didn't get that deep into it. I mean, it was a good movie, and I've watched it more than once. You know.
Yeah, it was definitely. It's definitely probably got some rewatchability to it. You know, it's probably something that I'll sit down and watch again. You know, maybe with a little less critical eye to it and just enjoy some of the. But yeah, the Yaren costume was what I was really impressed in this particular movie. It outshined so many, even Hollywood production movies. You know, even movies that have some budget to them. You know, this one had some budget, obviously, because that was an expensive suit. But you know, just to have the articulated face, and you know, for it to be able to emote, and you know, feel that emotion, you know, through the mask, through the latex that was there. At least I did. You know, you can see when it was sad, you can see when it was upset, you can see when it was curious, and that's hard to do in a Bigfoot mask, and that's what, you know, a lot of them have that problem with. But you know, this one
for sure. The suit special effects crew, they were on point.
Yeah. I would definitely agree. And you know, like I said, as far as some of the really crap storms that we've done, yeah, this one's 4 out of 5 stars. I would give it 5 stars if it was all in English. I would. I'll be honest with you. I'm just not a big fan of reading half the movie.
Well, I mean, it takes place in China, so
right. I know, and that's why I'm still giving it 4. I didn't give it 3. You know, I'm not chopping it in half. I'm just taking 1 star off. Damn it, I don't want to read the movie.
I don't know. I find it weird in movies if they all speak English.
You can go to Europe and watch some of those movies where like all the actors speak their own friggin' language. You know, somebody speaking in Portuguese, somebody speaking in Spanish, somebody speaking in English, somebody speaking in French. And it's all going on at the same time at the same table. And you're like, do any of these people have any idea what's going on with anyone else at the table? I don't. It's like subtitles, please. And then the subtitles are like all over top of each other, and you can't figure out who's actually saying what. Yeah, no, that wasn't this case though. So, yeah, you can just check this movie out, and I think everybody would get a fun watch out of it. You can definitely watch it with the kids. There's nothing really horribly scary. There's no big bloody gory scenes. And the Bigfoot is scary in a couple of places, but nothing that you shouldn't be able to watch with your kids.
Yeah, it's not going to give kids nightmares or nothing.
Right, like slee stacks. I used to think the slee stacks were coming out from underneath my bed to eat my toes, man. It was absolutely crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Derek Reynolds is checking in a little late as well. So I think that is where we're going to wrap it up for this week, my friends. Frank Smith made it in. He's way over there yonder across the pond. He's not my drunken Irish dad, but he's close. Doesn't smell like Irish Spring, and he never bought me anything. Still, I slap my chest and sing. I'm a drunken Irish dad. McGinty. I haven't seen him in a while. And with that, what do you want to do, man? You want to add anything? You want to wrap up? What are you working on right now?
I've just been busy with covers, doing my mystery box thing, and doing commission work.
That's Squatchy Comics on Instagram, right?
Yep. Yeah, and then I've just been busy with that. I haven't really been doing much of anything else but working.
Getting them drawn. Dude, is art really work?
I know. I mean, when I've got cool movies or music going, and
is art
really, the work is great. Yeah.
Doughboy Misfit. There he is. Yeah, where in the hell have YouTube suggestions taken me? Well, 5 million views and 8 seasons into this mess. That's where it's taking you there, Doughboy Misfit. Welcome to the shit show, okay? Right here live Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. at Squatchy Comics. You can find me on Facebook at the Squatchers Lounge Podcast or groups/S Lounge. That's right. If you like what we do here, consider becoming a patron. You can find us at patreon.com/cryptid corner. And with that, my friends, we'll say thanks everybody for joining us. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks. It made us watch be with you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.